Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Animac here from the YouTube and Twitch channel Anime Uproar, and welcome to episode 7 of the One Piece Virgin podcast. In this episode, we're talking about the Little Garden arc, chapters, I think, 114 to 129. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And then what is going to be our next one?
So next week we're covering Drum Island, which covers chapters 130 through 154. Also, Drum Island is a great, underappreciated arc, Nux. I would even say top 10.
Nux and Briggs!
Nux and Briggs.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Nux and Briggs.
Yeah.
My favorite show. It's my favorite show.
So along with Nux and Briggs, joining us today is Jack from Jack is Boy YouTube channel.
Hey, I'm Jack.
Pete.
What's up, my One Piece virgins? How you doing tonight?
Oh no, only Animax the one. We went over this.
There might be
This is
One Piece
rehearsal.
virgins in the audience, though. In the audience, there
some,
might be some
some
virgins.
audience members
Oh,
can be
okay, in the
virgins.
audience.
Nux, stop discriminating.
Yeah,
That's true.
come on.
I don't
I'm
discriminate
trying to
against virgins.
appeal to the audience.
I relate.
Just a quick PSA, everybody. I know we're all dealing with a lot with the whole world health crisis. So just want to say that be careful out there, guys. Take precautions. Take it seriously. I live in Ontario. I see a lot of people are not taking it seriously, but you should. Otherwise, shit happens like Italy, etc. I'm trying to basically keep my human contact that's not digital to a minimum. Just like I'm lucky enough to work from home, so I'm just staying home, going to the store if I have to, and that's it. No hangouts with friends, no like going out to events, the restaurants, nothing like that. And I encourage everyone to do the same if you can, because even though this affects mostly older people, and I don't think many people watch this podcast that are over 60 or anything, we all have family members that are older, and we want to protect them. So, take it seriously, guys. It's better to overreact than underreact. Am I right, Nux?
I think that we should start a podcast called Nux and Briggs.
I think you should, yes.
I'm down.
Yeah, do it.
But make sure no one listens to you because we want to practice social distancing.
I mean,
Right,
us
right.
weebs have been practicing social distancing our entire lives.
It's true.
And anyone who hasn't watched One Piece,
for this moment.
Actually, Briggs, stop culturally appropriating weeb culture because you're a Chad.
dude, I possess the properties of both Chad and weeb. It's a
Are
word.
you
Bruh.
not an athletic, popular
Bruh.
guy who's been dating hot chicks his whole life?
No.
No.
You lying bastard. You're not one of us, Briggs.
I am a
No,
weeb
I like.
at heart.
The thing is, I like to think of Briggs as a weeb that's culturally appropriating Chad culture.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So he's taking one for us, He's making a stand for us. Awesome.
The JoJo reference too, Animac. Nice.
If it was, I didn't realize it, but I mean, everything's a joke.
You said
He said the
making
word
a
stand.
stand, bro. Stand.
Oh, okay.
How can you? Oh
Yeah,
my God.
they'd say
When-
life is a JoJo's reference.
It is. In fact, there are many characters in JoJo's that are alive.
And JoJo's
And,
reference, my favorite manga, dude. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, Little Garden.
Yeah, One Piece. That's what we're
Hell
talking about
yeah!
today.
That happens to be what Animac calls his penis. But anyway, moving on. That was a great joke that someone had to make.
Yeah, you know why? Because Little Garden has big dinosaurs. Yeah, bitch. Anyways, so never underestimate the Grand Line, guys.
Animac, you kill me.
Yeah. No, I did so at the beginning of this arc, the one message I really got out of it is never underestimate the Grand Line, because the crazy shit that was happening as they were going to Little Garden was just like completely insane. Snow and wind and just crazy
Wind.
shit going on.
Crazy
So I thought
wind,
that
boys. Yo, that wind. Okay.
Yo, yeah, like wind, man. Sometimes there was waves. It was crazy.
and
Water,
shit,
no
that's
way,
just
water,
crazy.
boys.
That's just
As
crazy.
But I guess around the reverse mountain area is the craziest, and then it's not as crazy down the line, but still crazier than anywhere else outside the Grand Line, right?
So Animac likes to tell me not to overhype things, so I'm just telling you in advance. This is the most exciting the Grand Line gets.
Okay.
He's right.
That was BS. But anyway,
So Little
now we're
Garden
excited for the next
Island.
arc.
So this was very cool because Little Garden is a prehistoric island. So it's basically an island that was forgotten by time. It's like a prehistoric jungle, dinosaurs and like saber-toothed tigers and shit. And I thought it was cool because of how intense and unusual the weather and currents are in the Grand Line. You have a bunch of islands that are extremely isolated from each other and therefore have completely different and unique cultures. And so there's everything from like highly advanced civilizations to prehistoric relics like Little Garden. And I think that's just such a cool narrative device that Oda creates, right? Because he creates this opportunity for people in one world to essentially visit all these different worlds, cultures, time periods through these islands in the Grand Line, and through the whole log pose thing. It kind of forces them to go to different islands, not just go right directly to where they want to go. And so the adventure keeps going. So this is, I think, the key as to why One Piece has been such a long-running manga. This narrative device that Oda sets up that is so genius.
Mm-hmm. Especially
also, another thing I like about the log pose is that there is not a predetermined amount of time that they have to spend in any individual place. Like, for all they know, they're going to be on Dinosaur Little Garden for like 10 years until the log pose calibrates to bring them to the next place.
I kind of forgot about that. I feel like that was more something they stressed early in One Piece, where like you could get to an island and it has to recalculate, right, or recalibrate. And it was a year this time around.
Right. The thing is, when it comes to One Piece, the idea is this never-ending adventure. And I don't feel like there are enough pieces on the board as far as One Piece goes at this point in the story for us to really feel like the adventure will not end. We don't know about so many of the crazy, wacky twists and turns and discoveries that we're trying to make at this point in the story. Yeah. So the log pose is just a nice way of saying, the adventure of a lifetime, mateys.
Yeah,
they were boy talk.
I was trying to say something earlier. No, I think the log poses were a really cool thing. And they change it up later on, but the Virgin's here, so you can't really discuss that. But I do really like that advice. It does like give them an excuse to adventure these huge islands, and for Oda to set up these settings that are so like detailed and vast. That it's one of the many reasons I love it, for sure.
Yeah, so before I knew anything about One Piece, people would either show me images or like talk about different arcs, and then there would be like weird shit, like weird creatures and dinosaurs and stuff like that, and I'd be like, what kind of world is this taking place in? Like, how do you have this in one arc, then that in the other arc? It doesn't make sense. But now it finally makes sense how such different creatures and cultures can exist within one world.
And legit, each island can be its own story, which is what makes the adventure so awesome. And that's one thing I loved about this arc. You kind of get to see Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji a little bit, like, and understand their characters a little bit more. Like, Nami and Usopp wanted to be safe and stay on the ship, and Luffy's just like, Sanji, pack me a lunch. I want to go on an adventure, pretty much. And he was just so giddy with excitement. There was nothing anyone could say to him that would stop him from going and just fucking around in the forest.
Yeah, no, the dynamics were definitely like really great in this arc specifically. I like seeing Nami and Usopp together for some reason. I feel like they bounce off each other really well. Like Usopp, they're both very how do you say it? Like
normal? They're normal humans compared to Sanji
compared
and
to
Zoro are
else.
like, yo, let's go have a hunting contest.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like most people will be freaking scared of dinosaurs.
Sanji.
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
Like the epic rivalry of Zoro and Sanji really started in this arc. Like, we saw little snippets of it before, but this is when we're like, oh, baby! And the One Piece crew is coming to life.
It's like solidified here, for sure. And it just continues till this day. It's awesome. No, it's great.
Yeah, I would say for Usopp and Nami, they're the two characters who are not just completely impulsive. Like, they actually think things through. And in that sense, they're normal people. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. And the Vivi and Luffy. I love Vivi. She's the best. Probably one of my favorite One Piece characters. And seeing her again through reading these chapters, I was like,
what?
She's the best.
He said he's just excited to see more of her. Yeah. No spoilers.
I mean, yeah, she's great. Yeah. I love her. She's a great
Vivi,
character.
so good, yeah.
Yeah, shame that we never see her again after this arc, right, boys?
Yeah, exactly. She dies at the end. She gets eaten by the dinosaur.
It was so sad, guys. Oof.
When one of the dinosaurs
Little Garden
chomps her up, that was real sad. Yeah.
Man, I could not believe it. I thought that the wax thing would only happen in like hentai, but oof.
Ooh,
All right.
Mr. 3.
All right, man.
Mr. 3.
Let's
Yeah, on
talk
to
about,
Mr. 3, another character that we never see again.
Let's talk about the true mad lads of this story, and that's Brogy and Dory, the giants, bro. These guys have been fighting for 100 years on this island because some little girl one day was like, "Hey, which one of you is stronger?" And they're like, "We don't know. Let's find out."
Until this day.
That's awesome. That's
They're
legit
really
something
funny.
Sanji and Zoro would do, though. And when you find out why they were, like, why they were doing the fight, it was literally because they wanted to, like, because their whatever fish they caught or animal they caught, they were arguing about which one was bigger.
Yeah.
So the little
'Cause
kid
the
was,
little girl asked them which one's bigger,
yeah.
and then they got into the fight. But no, it's hilarious because they just keep fighting for over 100 years for honor. They forgot what it was even about, the fight. And Usopp's like, and the extremely cowardly Usopp's like, man, I really respect these guys. This is what one day I want to be like these guys. So I thought that was cool. Kind of like, that's Usopp's, I want to be the pirate king.
Yeah.
His is like, I'm a little bitch, but I want to.
In the red corner, we have Dory, and in the right corner, we have Bragi, or whatever the laughs are.
All the
Yeah.
laughs are the best.
And welcome to this year's episode of the Chad Game.
Hell yeah, let's go. I love Usopp, man. He just one day wants to be honorable and brave, a brave warrior like our boys. What are their names? Dory and Groggy?
Brogy. I think.
Brogy?
Yeah, Brogy. He's a bro.
Z ha 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 ha. Wrong laugh.
Close enough. It's
Close,
close enough.
pretty close. Oh, that's
don't know
one
how
thing
we
about
never
Viz.
actually
Sound
hear a laugh like that in the series, right, guys?
We don't. I don't know.
Yeah, never,
I don't
never.
know what he's talking about.
I don't know what any of
Animac.
their
Funny you made up.
laughs sound like because I'm not watching the anime. I'm
And
reading
you know what's so sad about the Viz translation? They don't write their laughs differently. The one thing I love about
What?
they don't. It was
Yeah, I
just yo
noticed
ho
that.
ho
No, I
ho.
noticed.
Dumb.
Are you serious? In the translation I'm reading, they spell out everyone's laughs.
And that's like important for One Piece because
Yeah,
'cause
man.
everyone has their stupid, ridiculous laughs, and it's so funny. Yeah.
So one thing that Usopp
Jack,
mentions
you
is
clearly
that
don't
one day-
understand the thematic relevance of the metaphorical value behind the ridiculous laughs.
Well, explain it to me then, dude. Sorry.
No, not spoilers, bro. Spoilers.
Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry. Jeez.
Man, I love Jack. Can I just say, Usopp ends up saying that he wants to one day visit Elbaf, the island of warriors where our two giants are from. So, Animac, you should be super excited for an awesome Elbaf arc.
Man, Elbaf arc coming soon, Animac!
So soon, bro.
It's soon.
I feel
Hell
like,
yeah, it's
I
right
feel like
around the
this might be
corner.
sarcasm, guys.
We've mastered the art of not spoiling, Briggs, and it is so fun.
Yep.
Now I'm guessing that Elbath never comes up again.
It's mentioned.
Oh, no. Oda
very
never
least.
forgets, man.
Oda never
He
forgets.
doesn't forget. It's so weird.
It may be 14 years later. 14
Dude,
and a half
he's a
years later,
psychopath,
he
man.
remembers.
Well, can we
Elbaf
ask
arc-
Oda then? Can we ask Oda who is the UA trader?
So, Oda, who's the UA
Bro,
trader?
we already know who the UA trader is, dude. Isn't it Bakugo, and that's why they kill him?
Oh, good times.
Good times.
Yeah, so what else do we need to talk about here? Yeah, so the Baroque works, those guys didn't go away.
Those guys
They're still
did it.
here. They're still here. You got Mr. 3, you got Miss Golden Week. That's her name. That name is always stuck in my mind.
Dude, I cannot remember any of their names other than the numbered guys.
Yeah, she did the painting. She did the
Yeah,
paint-
Mr. 3,
Yeah,
Mr.
that was
5.
actually a very original power. Like, you don't
Yeah,
see
she
a lot of
did.
that. I mean,
Paint.
it's no exploding boogers, but, you know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Mr. 3, Mr. 5, Miss Valentine, and Miss Golden Sunday. Golden Sunday, right?
Golden Sunday? Is that her name?
Week. Golden Week.
Golden Week. And you're thinking of Miss All Sunday from last week.
I thought her name was Golden Shower. Maybe that.
Ooh, maybe not for
Golden
a little girl
experience.
there, Nux. Maybe not golden shower for the little girl.
I honestly don't remember who we're talking about. I specifically did not read the arc this week because
It's
this
the
arc,
girl-
let's be honest, it's a pretty
It's the
mid
girl
arc.
who has the power to, like, paint
She paints all the clay and
paint
shit.
things, and then she hypnotizes people into their emotions reflecting what the paint is.
Yeah.
She's an artist, you know. She's her art affects people's emotions. I was crying reading it, so
It is a cool power for sure, especially if you don't know what's going on, because the way her power was introduced, Luffy's about to save his friends from getting made into wax statues, and they're like, Luffy, help us, and he's like, no, I don't feel like helping you. They're like, what the fuck, Luffy, stop fucking around, and he's like, I'm sorry, I don't feel like helping you. And then you realize that he was standing in a puddle of the paint, and he was being hypnotized into wanting to betray his friends.
Yeah. Someone in the chat just like, original power? Nux, don't you know Rill from Black Clover? You know, that character that was introduced 20 years later. But yeah, very weird how Oda copied Black Clover like that.
And it's
Yeah,
different
kinda
too, because
messed up.
Rill's power doesn't control other people's moods, it just creates things that are drawn.
Yeah, I
so
know.
it's different.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, someone asked
I
who
just
the
think-
orange shirt Chad is. Welcome to look at this.
Chad.
Fellow Chad. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's hug, Briggs. Let's hug. Virtual hug. Okay, there we go. That was beautiful. That was beautiful,
As
man.
long as no one
Bro.
yells out, Briggs and Jack, I'll be okay.
We're taking over your show, man. What can I say?
I
our
see that.
It's the new spin-off.
I feel threatened right now.
Bro, because Nux is always so wired, if him and Jack had a show, it would be called Jack and Coke.
Jeez.
God damn.
I like that.
Thank you.
So the real
Jack,
MVP.
we should have a podcast.
On what? Jack
Okay,
and Coke?
Anyway, just
No, well,
quickly,
it'll be a whole podcast reviewing all of Chibi's reviews.
I'm down for that. Wholeheartedly, I'm down to watch all the Chibi's videos. with him.
just quickly to sum up the powers. Okay, so Mr. 3 has the wax fruit, right?
Mhm.
Mr. 5 has the booger explosions.
Bro, that is so genius! Oh my god!
Miss Valentine has the kilo fruit. And Miss Golden Week has the painting mood hypnotizing thing.
All right.
Yeah.
We all know the MVP of this of this arc is obviously Zoro.
Zoro was hilarious.
I
Zoro's
love
funny.
Zoro so much. This man,
He was
no one
definitely
understands him,
hilarious.
but he's amazing.
Because I thought he had some epic moments like the fire sword, but the greatest moment to me was when he's just like, well, fuck it, at least I'm gonna strike a cool pose.
Yeah. Dude, he was not serious at all on that while he was getting turned into a wax statue or whatever or figure.
Yes. Vivi and
He has just so much pride.
Nami are just freaking out, and Zoro's just so chill, and he's like, well, maybe I should cut off my legs. I don't know, like all casual.
Yeah.
And then later you're just like, you know what, I'll just strike a cool pose with the sword, might as well if I'm gonna turn into a wax
Greatest
statue.
part was he already started cutting off his
Yeah.
legs.
No, the best
Yeah.
so he convinces one of the giants still he's like a giant with no arm and no leg and a swordsman with no legs. Like, he was trying to convince the giant to get up regardless of the fact that his hands were pinned down, and Zoro was gonna cut off his legs so he could at least try to fight and go out like a man. And then as Luffy's about to save them, and it cuts to his screen, and Nami's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Meaning he's like, "But I kind of already started cutting."
Yeah. No, Zoro was definitely hilarious in this, and just Vivi and Nami's reaction to how insane he is
Yeah.
makes it even better because they're like, is this guy fucking crazy?
Vivi actually used her brain, and thought fit something out, which is something that Zoro wouldn't do in that situation. Luffy was trapped in one of the drawing girls. What's her name? You know
Yeah.
her name, Jack.
Golden Week, man. My
Miss
favorite
Golden
character in the
Shower,
entire series.
used her her
Golden
shower
Shower.
ability and trapped Luffy. And Luffy, pretty much in the black space, would do the opposite of what her friends wanted, his friends wanted him to do. He would just disobey his friends all the time. So Vivi says, "No, don't save us. Don't get out of that circle." So what does he do? He gets out of the circle.
It's
Bro.
the easiest power to combat.
Yeah, legit.
That was funny, but my favorite part about that whole thing is when Miss Golden Week uses the calming hypnotization, and Luffy's just
Day
chilling
that
there like,
Golden Week started coming. That was weird, Animac. Even for
okay,
you.
Nux, focus, buddy. Luffy's like, oh, the tea is good. He's just drinking tea while his friends are dying, and then Usopp jumps in, and because the painting thing was on his shirt that was making him just sit there chilling, saying how good the tea was. Usopp ends up burning his shirt off with one of his explosion things, and that's how Luffy ends up snapping out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a cool scene, and Usopp, got to do something. So that was.
I actually remember that in my first One Piece watch through, at this point in the story, I think Usopp was my favorite character.
Really?
Why isn't he still? He still should be Nux. Correct.
Well,
Definitely up there. But
it,
he's definitely up there. But I feel like after Alabasta, I guess after Water 7, he doesn't really get any big moments.
He had a pretty big moment in Dressrosa.
He got a useful moment in Dressrosa, but I wouldn't call it a big
I'd say it's a big moment.
I thought it was pretty big.
He has a huge part in
the
Dressrosa.
meme of it.
Large.
The meme was great.
It's very
I think
large.
Nux started out relating to Usopp because they're very similar, but then as Nux's ego grew, he started relating more to like Zoro. So now he's like too cool.
Well,
for
to be
him.
fair, no one really understands Zoro.
Yeah, exactly. How could you, bro? The man is a mad lad.
He has
Fire
green
sword
hair,
all
like,
the
how
way.
could you understand him at all? Yeah.
Dude, the real MVP though wasn't Zoro. I disagree with you, Briggs. It was Karoo.
Oh,
Quack!
Crew's good.
I was dying. I was reading that live on stream, and every time like Usopp would say something, and then like the duck was just so determined. Quack!
Yeah, Karoo was the real MVP, bro.
That Crew is really funny. I like Crew.
Hey, so Nux. We know that Mr. Five
What?
has the booger power, right?
Ow! Yeah,
His boogers explode. So, Nux, as a French speaker, how do you say,
doom.
as a French speaker, how do you say nose in French?
Nah. N-E-Z.
And his name, the name of his power is Napalm. Napalm.
Bro.
Oda, back at it again.
Oh,
brain.
dude.
If
I
I
know,
would
I
have read
noticed
this more
that.
recently, I would have probably noticed.
I speak a little French. I didn't even notice that. Damn.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
This
He's a
arc,
true
'cause
genius.
I like the arc, bro, but I was...
You loved you. If you reread it, it's gonna be your favorite arc next. I think you should just do it on stream right now. Do a live
Dude.
reaction.
You know what? I should do that. Or once I'm gonna be distracted by reading the arc now anyway, I can just play Apex while we stream.
Apex boys.
Do whatever you want, man.
But do whatever you want. But I just want to say, me and Nux were talking about this arc prior to the stream, and we're just saying how like it's a kind of forgettable arc. It's not amazing, but like there are really no flaws with it. It's just a small arc that transition like introduces the world a little bit and transitions into the next arc, Drum Island, and on the way to Alabasta, which is the big arc of this saga.
Yeah,
obviously.
like you don't really think of it like as you think of it as a saga more of like One Piece arcs.
Exactly. The
It's like one of
Alabasta
the-
saga,
yeah.
amazing. The Little Garden arc, it was all right, no complaints, but it is kind of
I
forgettable.
liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I have good memories from it. It's not one of my favorite arcs, and I have to say that it's funny. And what a weird coincidence that Sanji never actually met any bad guys.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Another thing I would like to point
Weird.
out, Usopp. Oh my God, Animac. Do you remember Usopp's story back in Syrup Village that he told to Kaya?
Or did you just call me Usopp?
Yeah, I meant to say Animac. Do you remember Usopp? Not Usopp. Do you remember Animac?
Yeah, he told Kaya a bunch of stories about.
I
him
need a
being, like,
gun!
famous pirate.
Do you remember any of the stories? Any that may involve a big goldfish?
To be honest, I don't remember the details. I just know they were very fanciful stories about pirates.
So one of the stories, he talked about a huge goldfish the size of an island that could eat islands, and its poop is the size of islands, and like he went onto it and thought it was an island, but he didn't realize it was literally the poop of this giant goldfish that he defeats or whatever. And then
that rings a bell.
at the end of this arc, at Little Garden, as they're leaving the island, a huge goldfish appears, and Groggy and Dory literally talk about the fact that its poop's the size of an island. And this is the first of many times we will see Usopp's stories coming to reality.
Okay, so his stories are based on real legends of the Grand Line, but
Or do real legends get created because of his story?
Usopp
Ooh.
is
Bro.
the god of the earth. Is he?
By the way, both
is he
my
the
teammates are down.
king?
I'm gonna run away like a bitch.
Are you actually playing Apex?
No,
Fuck.
It's because he doesn't have to do face cam. He can't,
Knox,
can't,
if you
he
play
can't, he can't be
Apex,
gaming.
if you play Apex while doing podcasting, you're not gonna get paid, bro.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
Oh
get any
yeah,
donations.
well then I'll delete my tweet, which none of you gave credit to.
I retweeted it. Thank you very much. I have the biggest Twitter following of all of us, so
No
I
one
think it
meant
helped a
it.
lot.
Everyone better go subscribe to Jack, his boy. He's great. He's a
Hell
funny
yeah.
Subscribe to
man.
Briggs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, check out the
I'm just-
no. So I wondered then how Usopp's stories are based in reality because
Banners, those losers.
Nux, please, man, seriously. So I wonder then how Usopp's stories, whether he knows them because his dad told him some stuff in the past, because we know his dad is a famous pirate. He's one
Yeah.
of Shanks' pirates. So I wonder if that's how he knows all these things that end up actually being true, even though they sound insane.
Well, there's a lot of theories about it. It's like maybe when he was a kid, his dad told him stories, and he's
Mhm.
when he like is in his
Subconsciously
subconscious, he was
remembering
talking about it.
Yeah.
People think that it's just the Simpsons effect. There's 950 chapters here. You're bound to run into something. Like this world is so big, it has everything, and they've covered every possible story almost. That you're just bound to run into things that are similar to his stories, or his stories are bound to come true and exist in this world because this world has everything. And then there's also some other theories about maybe him seeing into the future. No.
Ah,
Dum,
interesting.
dum, dum. Prowler select fire.
That sounds like one of my Attack on Titan theories.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a nice yes.
Take
Anyway.
that. Everyone
Yeah.
should definitely
So
go check out Anime Uproar on YouTube and Twitter and get a free T-shirt from him.
I'm not promising free T-shirts.
Everyone gets a free t-shirt. Okay.
Free
So-
T-shirts for everyone.
My favorite moments, some of my favorite moments in this arc. I
Chad
definitely
just said, "Yo, Oda listens to Usopp stories for ideas."
Let
Yeah,
Iron
I
Man
just
talk.
Let me know when you're finished, so the rest of us can talk.
Gee.
I got one. Yo, at least I got one kill and an assist.
Oh, good for you.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, fam. Anyway,
Anyway.
starting another game. Continue, anime.
So my favorite moments in this arc, and I definitely enjoyed the arc overall. Like there was no moments where I was like, "Yo, bro, this is fucking Nami Straw Hat moment," but it was still a lot of fun and had some hilarious moments. I loved as I said, the Zoro pose moment. I loved which other one was there that I really liked? The moment when
Sanji hunting for dinosaurs, man. And they were just like flexing each other.
No, I did actually like the moment where Sanji pretends to be Mr. 5
Yeah, and
or
the-
Mr. 3. You know,
Yes,
like Mr.
that was
3.
amazing.
Yeah, that was hilarious
Oh
when
my God.
Crocodile calls and he's like, "Oh yeah, we already killed them."
Smart.
We're already dead. And he's like, "Okay, well I'm gonna send you a log post that takes you right to Alabasta." And he's like, "Oh, that's pretty dope. Sounds good."
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that was a cool moment. And also, bro, when the whole thing about Mr. 3, the wax bro, his whole thing is he's intelligent. He uses psychological warfare. He plans things ahead of time.
And then he
traps
makes
you.
his hair look like that. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know. He's like, no one will know that I'm Mr. 3 and his hair looks like a big number 3. That was pretty. But the scene when he creates like all these wax clones and he's like, Luffy,
To
you
be
will never
fair,
know.
I like to think
You will never know which one
I
is
like
the
to-
real me to Luffy. Because he's like, I'm brilliant and I do strategy and I focus on intelligence and all you have is instinct because you're like, you're stupid. And Luffy right away guesses who he is and kicks him in the face. And he's like, how did you know it was me? And Luffy's just like, instinct.
I think there was actually a way to tell, but I can't
I love
remember. I didn't
Luffy.
take enough time on the
Oh my
panel.
God.
Was it that his
No,
hair
I-
was on fire and none of the rest were? Or
point is- he
Yo,
said
what,
instinct
what
and he
I
dropped
like
the
about
mic.
Mr.
Yeah, it
3
was
is
sick.
that he has like JoJo villain vibes. In JoJo's, it's like, we
Yeah.
must discover who is the enemy stand user. And everyone looks normal except for these two random guys in weird clothing caressing
Yeah.
each other's faces. And if they were really
just-
stand users, would they actually do that? No, never. So no one suspects them. And I feel like it's the same strategy Mr. 3 has. He has a big 3 on his head, and people think if he was actually Mr. 3, he wouldn't have a big 3 on his head.
Yeah, and then someone might be like, well, maybe he would. And then everyone else would be like, no, Mr. 3 is known for being this intelligent strategist. There's no way he would do that.
Of
And
course.
so we got to see a little bit of Miss All Sunday and Croco Boy, aka Crocodile, in this arc as well.
Croco Boy!
Yeah, we did.
Oh
So
my God.
Crocodile seems to have bought that it was really Mr. 3, that Sanji was Mr. 3, but he also thought that like he was kind of stupid, so he was like, we gotta kill him.
That's how easy he disposes of his pawns if they don't treat or they don't act properly in front of him.
Yeah.
Like,
So he was like,
you don't tell me they're dead and they're not actually dead.
yeah.
Yeah,
So then to Miss
he's
All
so
Sunday, he
confident.
was like, go, go make sure they're dead and also kill the guy.
Yeah,
on
he
the way
sent
back.
Mr. 2. He said to send Mr. 2 after them.
Yeah, did we see Mr.
Mr.
2?
2 is such a Chad.
I love Mr. 2.
my
He,
God.
he is the pinnacle of Chad. No,
Did we
I
see him
agree.
yet? I don't think we saw him yet, Briggs.
I'm not sure.
I don't think we see Mr. 2. I don't think we see
In
Mr.
this arc, yeah. I
It
don't
may
think
have
we've
been
seen him
one
yet.
panel with him. Maybe receiving the news. I don't know. I can't remember.
Like the James Charles of like One Piece.
Although, so now that they have the log pose, they could technically go straight to Alabasta. But do you remember what happens in the last panel of the last chapter?
Yes, Nux, please. Okay, Nux.
I just lost an Apex.
Okay, just
Okay.
Nux, please
Loser.
don't make inappropriate jokes. But Nami comes down with a fever on the boat.
Yes, comes down
Something
to
like that, man. This is a really important thing that's been going on in this day. In fact, the fact that you're mentioning it alone, it hurts me.
What?
Oh,
We're not allowed to talk about people getting sick in 2020.
The point is, Nami does come down with a fever, and I don't think it's explained unless it's one of those things where like there was like one panel hint that I missed. Well,
No, I don't.
Get sick,
I don't think
Adamak.
it's explained
Sheesh.
yet.
Wow, it is so hard with you today.
I don't remember. Was there any? Do you guys remember if there was any
I don't think
indication
so. I
of how
think
she
just
got sick? Because it's
No,
explained
yeah,
after.
They,
It's explained after why she got
coincidentally-
sick or got whatever. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just at the end of the arc. No,
Okay.
I don't think they say anything earlier.
it would have been cool though if you saw like something happened in the jungle or something.
And like a small
Yeah.
detail, and then it comes back later.
Yeah, that
but
we
I
never
don't
got to
think
see.
that's-
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the question is, okay, so Nami was with everyone else doing pretty much the same things on the island. So why her to be caught with a fever? Does that mean everyone's going to be struck with fever? Or is something specifically going on with Nami
Not if
that we
they
don't know? Obviously, we're
execute
going to
their
find out.
social distancing.
If they execute Nami, they kill her.
North Korea.
Nami didn't,
Oh, ouch.
he
The
did not
thing
do a good job with that whole quarantine thing.
the point with the situation is, like, realistically, they're on the same relatively small boat or ship, so they can't. If she does have an infectious fever, then everyone else could get it as well. So
Yeah.
that is a big.
And that's why One Piece is actually so short. They all die before making it to Alabasta.
It's just an
That
entirely new cast of characters.
Imagine. And like, there's this big conspiracy that makes you think that there are almost 1,000 chapters, and then whenever every fan gets to it, they're in on the joke that, yo, man,
And they all
from now
die right
on-
away.
From now
It's
on,
a
you gotta
continuing
pretend like it keeps
20-year
going,
joke.
but it actually
Jesus
ends.
Christ.
Every chapter is just a blank chapter.
White pages.
Just white pages. Keep
And
the
it's,
meme
like,
going,
trending
boys.
on Twitter and everything.
It's all
Um,
fan art you see on Twitter and shit. It's not
Oh.
even real.
Are we missing anything?
Yeah,
some
so
cover page
also-
stuff maybe.
There was also the fact that Smoker and Tashigi,
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
they interpreted intercepted part of the communication between Crocodile and Sanji pretending to be Mr. 3 or Mr. 5, whichever one. And so they're actually trying to they now think that the Straw Hats are involved with the Baroque works
They
and that there's some stuff going on there, so now they're chasing them.
Excitement.
so
I
messed
love
Yeah,
that.
the words he saw was this. They saw Straw Hats, Baroque Works, maybe, Alabasta, and Princess Vivi. There was just a couple words they were able to interpret.
Yeah, I don't think it was Baroque works, but so I don't
Maybe
think they know
Alabasta.
about Baroque works per se, but they are suspect that there's like a hidden organization.
Oh, I
stirring
think they
up
heard Mr. Zero.
Yes,
That's what it
yes.
was. And they actually had a captive on their boat who was like Mr. 11 or something along those lines.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Smoker
yeah.
tricks them by saying, "But you had you had news from or orders from Mr. Zero in your pocket or some type of orders in your pocket. He's like, what? I had orders in my pocket? I thought I burnt that. He's like, you didn't have any orders in your pocket.
You did it, you idiot, but you had, yeah, that was good. And I feel like Mr. 11 is just some kind of like pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Also, whatever
Mr. 11!
whatever way they used to communicate are called Den Mushis in the anime. I don't know what the hell they were calling it in Viz, but
The snail thing?
yeah, the snail thing. They
The
called it
snail-
something
yeah,
weird.
the-
Don't
Den
roast
Mushis,
the
yeah.
snail thing in my presence.
I'm just gonna say snail phones.
Yeah, that's basically what they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know how they work. I really want to know how the Denden Mushis work.
Advanced snail technology.
It's so I love it. It's such a great part of One Piece. Like especially
Well, we
in the anime, they make like this really funny sound whenever they ring. It's really good.
I know, I
You don't
love
even know
it.
how they work. I mean, like, look at the Grand Line. That doesn't make sense from a
True. Yeah.
you know,
And it's
physics
mystery.
perspective. But
Spoken
we
like
still
a
love it.
clear One Piece
True.
hater.
Exactly.
No, but it doesn't make sense from a physics perspective in our world. But it's still awesome.
Transponder
Bruh.
snail. People are saying.
Yes.
you-
Okay.
Did you not realize that that Oda wrote an entire book on how quantum physics works in One Piece?
No, he didn't. Shut up.
Cancel.
But you sort of
immediately,
believe
dude.
me.
He
I
won't
mean-
even entertain the idea. He's just so
I
dumb.
wouldn't be surprised if someone wrote it because there's so many fans. Like just like for Game of Thrones, you got like whole encyclopedias about the world, which is just George R.R. Martin making shit up, and they're like, yeah, let's make money on. But I don't think that's the case.
Mhm.
Apparently, these Den movies have a psychic network.
A psychic. So the snails are psychic. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
snails are basically the founding titan.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how.
Checks
That's
out.
why everyone copies off One Piece.
All
Sooner or
right,
later.
Mac. What were your overall thoughts of this arc?
Yeah, so I definitely thought it was a fun arc. I liked a lot of the interplay with the characters. It had some great moments. Like I said, the Luffy instinct moment, the Zoro posing moment, Usopp burning Luffy's shirt, Vivi tricking Luffy. All that was great. Huge respect for the giants, Dory and Brogy, true Chads,
Kings.
men of honor fighting.
I
till the
love
end.
you, Jack.
Respect.
I wonder if it's using Jack's webcam audio right now. He's just frozen. Oh no, or you're just
Oh,
not
yeah.
moving. I don't know.
The tea is good. The tea is good was hilarious. I love that.
Ooh, yeah, there was a lot of funny scenes in this. It wasn't amazing by any means, but it wasn't bad either.
No, it was good. I would say it was good. It's like I say, I don't personally need an epic, emotional, tear-jerking moment in every arc for it to be good. Sometimes fun adventure that develops the characters and sets up the world is completely fine.
Yeah, legit. The next 4 arcs are gonna have that. So like, on different scales,
the next
obviously.
4
Next 4
arcs
arcs are gonna hit you hard. But this
Insane.
one was just a small one, transitionary. It was good. So next
Hell
week
yeah!
hell yeah. Next week we are reading Drum Island, which will cover chapters 130 through 154, or episodes 78 through 91. It's a great one in my opinion, and I think we should do some reviews.
Sure, we can do that.
Review!
And while Nux finds the reviews, I will say that some people ask, how come on the Anime Uproar channel there are One Piece videos if I'm not caught up with One Piece? And the answer is, Anime Uproar is actually run by 2 people. My brother Gozen is caught up to One Piece. He is one of the people that pressured me to actually get caught up. And he's the one that makes the other videos. I do not watch them. And yeah. I have
Moral
nothing
of
to
the
do with
story:
those videos.
subscribe to Jack is boy.
Correct.
I love you, Nux. I'm gonna make love to you tonight.
I mean, thank you, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yo,
No,
did you know
remind
that
me?
the One Piece
Projection?
version and the Rant Cafe keep swapping spots for first and second place as far as podcasts in the anime or manga podcasts?
Really?
Yeah, they
I
do,
know.
depending on which episode goes live. Yeah.
Manga podcasts. It keeps switching 1 and 2.
Number 1.
Because we're the best. But seriously, though, no
And the
love
second
making
best.
Jack is boy and Nux. No love making social distancing. Okay.
Bro, they
Like,
say
what if
constant
we wear like
sex kills
hazmat
the
suits and stuff?
coronavirus.
Like if we go put gloves on, hazmat suits, are
It's
we
a
good?
human
No.
condom.
Don't do it, man. Just watch interspecies reviewers together like the rest of us.
Okay, fine.
You guys see
Bro,
episode
the
10?
latest episode of Interspecies Reviewers was so good.
It
like,
was
unironically great.
I'm not caught up. I need to watch it.
You know what's funny?
You do.
Nux pretends
Anyway, I
like-
have the reviews. Let's do this. I just lost Apex.
Hey,
so I
Animac,
have
what's
time.
funny?
I'm all good.
Nux pretends like he doesn't watch hentai, but then he like loves interspecies reviewers.
It's
Hey,
actually
Nux,
really good.
I've never even heard of hentai.
Nux, you watch hentai. Deal with it. It's like, I don't know what Energy Kyoka is, guys.
I
just
finally
read the
watched Energy
Mal
Kyoka.
review.
I finally watched Energy
Mal-
Kyoka the other day. Now
Give us a nice
I'm
review.
out of culture with you guys.
Good.
Give us a nice review. It was
Yeah.
pretty good. It was fun. It was gamer time.
Although
Oh,
if you
nice,
finished it in
nice.
one day, I'm a bit disappointed.
So, being that I've never heard of hentai, I can't relate. First
I know.
review: being stuck in traffic has never been so bearable. 5 stars. So glad this go me into reading One Piece. I'm caught up on the anime and decided to read the manga so I can be fully caught up, so no more spoilers, and so I can watch a certain 101's videos. Teching. Okay, fine. I started reading from the beginning and would recommend it to any other anime-only viewers. The manga's gold. The manga's just a golden experience. It doesn't
Golden
actually say
Week
that, but
experience.
I fixed it for
You gotcha.
Thank you all so much for the podcast. It is super. I'm happy you guys started it. Yeah.
Super. Did you say it that way not to be a
that
spoiler?
Swedish super.
No, that was a Frankie super. Don't
Who's
be so racist,
Frankie?
anime.
Who's
I
that
don't know.
character?
Frank.
Not sure.
I don't know that
Yeah, he's
one.
this
I don't know
character.
that.
He gets introduced in Water 7. He dies in the middle of the arc. It was very
Well,
sad.
I hope
That
he's
was
an
awesome.
excitable Swede because that's what he sounds like.
Yeah, he runs a pretty popular YouTube channel. Unboxing things or something. Bruh! 5 stars. Lord Brigo is the best. Thank you, Tank Top Power. You get a free shirt from Anime Uproar.
Tank Top Power, you're the best, bro.
Congratulations.
Tank
What do you
tops
mean, Nux?
give
He
you
didn't even
power.
say I'm the best. You want me to give him a free shirt?
Correct. We should all just acknowledge that Lord Brigo is the best. It's because of him that this podcast exists. You're the virgin, and it's because of Brigo that this podcast
Love you,
exists.
Well, it's true it's both of you. Both of you sparked this idea in my mind because you bother me so much about One Piece that at
I
one
do
point I
like
was like,
bothering you.
either I'm never gonna talk to these assholes again, or I'm gonna get caught up to One Piece.
I like to think that Briggs and I joined forces on this one.
Yeah.
He's the One Piece stan. I like bothering you, and we put our forces together to bother you about One Piece.
It was the perfect storm.
Right? Right? Next review. Buggy's nose is the One Piece. 5 stars. Thank you, Dynamite.
could
Free
be.
shirt from
Could
Anime.
Fuck you.
Anyway,
No free
next-
shirts.
Next review. Super fun. 5 stars. Love it. Is about my favorite anime and host, my favorite YouTuber, Lord D Nuxanor and Animac with the C. You said that Nux reminded you of Usopp. Well, that is because he is God Usopp. Thank you, Lord Twigo's follower. Free shirt from Anime. Okay, anyway.
No.
Next, warning, 5 stars. This podcast, the One Piece manga, will cause serious addiction. I started reading One Piece along with Animac because I had never read it before and thought this would be a great opportunity to get into it. After finishing the Arlong Park arc, I am now on chapter 415.
Ooh.
I have no idea how this happened. Someone help. Next.
Sorry. Sorry, but not sorry, bro.
Sorry, not sorry. Zorro moment, 5 stars. Love the whole podcast idea. Love Gave Teching 101 on. I've been watching some of the anime along with these weekly reviews. There is a Zorro moment in Arlong Park that may only be in the anime, but I think it's worth mentioning. Hachi is telling Zorro how mad he is that he tricked him when Zorro says, "Who cares what you have to say? We are here to destroy you, not here for you to stop us."
Hell yeah.
Pretty epic, pretty epic.
Sounds like a Zorro.
By the way, from what I understand, someone mentioned to me that you skipped something in the latest podcast. You skipped in the Logtown arc. I wasn't here to mention it. Zorro throwing the sword up. What's stronger, my luck or that curse?
I'm pretty sure
Oh no, we
mentioned
didn't
it.
skip it, but we didn't talk about it to the extent that some people wanted.
Bruh.
But
Anyway,
to
next
me, no,
review.
it was a cool moment. But to me, it's like I expect cool shit like that from Zorro now. You know, he's always doing epic swordsman shit.
You're saying there's a bar now. Unless he actually passes the bar, it's not worth mentioning.
Yeah, like he definitely passed the bar with the pose, though. He's like, you know what? We're all about to become wax statues. Can't do shit about it. Might as well do a cool
Okay.
swordsman pose. Respect.
And then he literally makes a
Yeah.
joke to the other people. He's like, "You guys should have done a pose like me."
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, when it looks like bad for them, he's like, told you guys should have done a pose.
You gotta go cool, dude. That's Zoro's philosophy. It's awesome.
No, yeah, the amount of fucks he gives is literally zero, and I respect that.
And it's shown a lot in this arc, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
Next, I enjoy 5 stars. Man, I'm loving this. My favorite YouTubers. I am so keen for other series as well. I just want to see how hyped Madara gets. Better get Swag Kage for that one. What? Naruto Virgin podcast coming soon?
I mean,
Anyway.
if it's ever any other Virgin episodes, it's gonna be Gintama or Berserk over Naruto.
No, but
I'm excited.
No,
for both.
in terms of me, I'm
can't-
more of a Naruto virgin than a Berserk virgin, but Gintama could happen, yeah, because I am a Gintama virgin.
The thematic straw hat on Nami's head moment, 5 stars. Back when Luffy was fighting Buggy and Buggy stabbed through Luffy's hat, Luffy was visibly upset because he tarnished his most valued treasure. As Buggy is making fun of him, saying that treasure is money, gold, and etc., Nami is egging him on, asking him how he sees if he sees how the dog feels now. Once she realizes that Luffy values the hat more than his own life, she offered to patch it for him because to him, it's a priceless treasure. So when Luffy puts the hat on Nami's head, he, without saying a word to her, is letting her know, just as I would protect this hat with my life, I will protect you also, because like it, you are my treasure. Goda.
Yes,
I have goosebumps.
that is true. That is 100%. That is 100% why that moment is so special and so awesome. I agree 100%.
Hell yeah. Claw of God, you just got yourself a free shirt from Anime Uproar.
Congratulations.
Okay, for this one, I will agree. At Anime Uproar on Twitter, message me if you did this review, not other reviews, including fake Nux reviews where he just uses fake names.
Review!
Yeah.
Oh, 5 stars. So Animeg with a K has finally decided to approach the mammoth series that is One Piece. It seems this will be a thrilling ride for us all to experience. The grand adventure. Edit. Since we finished the Baratie arc with a monumental moment for Zoro, I think it would be fitting for Nux to finally make that Zoro video. Please, maybe. Animeg should also start making One Piece videos. And my boy Briggs already knows where it's at. Damn.
Hey.
Nicely done, Skeels. Head over to All Day Anime with 2 E's on Twitter for a free... Okay, anyway. One Piece boys! 5 stars. Love listening to anime. Pop is One Piece Jerry. I just started reading One Piece a few months ago, and it's already one of my favorites. P.S. Truck Chan body pillow. When?
Oh yeah, boys, we gotta start
Yeah,
working on the next chapter. Let's do it.
Yeah, we need to do that, and of our isekai, and also we're trying to get some sketches done for our cover, for the cover art for our isekai novel. If only Nux would stop using the artist and taking all his time to make his thumbnails.
Bro, stop get. Oh, you do.
Nux, what happened? Do you make your own thumbnails while we do the podcast? Now you get an artist to make your thumbnails, and you can't make our.
Apex to make thumbnails during the podcast? Okay.
True.
True.
Is
But
that all
also-
for reviews today?
Okay. Let me tell you something fantastic. Okay. We've gotten to the point where someone makes my thumbnail, and I make Briggs's thumbnail.
That's great. I can't wait till I edit.
Do you make Briggs' thumbnails?
Yeah.
It's like 5
That's really
thumbnails.
fun.
All right, Briggs, and you know that the deal is still on. I will continue making your thumbnails, bro.
I love you, bro. I can't wait until I start editing your videos again, and then you make my thumbnails, and then I use the money you pay me to pay editors to edit my videos better, and then.
It's an endless cycle of money that just keeps.
No, this actually
around.
happened, Jack. This isn't even like
This is based on a true
yeah,
story.
this isn't
Yeah.
even like a theoretical.
I mean, events.
No,
repeat
but in all
themselves.
honesty, I make most of my thumbnails. Only the thumbnails that involve art, I can't draw. So sad.
True. So yeah, lay off the artist so you can actually do the.
Me and Nux like to stimulate the
piece of
economy.
How you
You're
doing?
inflating the economy. Just to, yeah. Hell yeah.
Dude, it's pretty epic. It's pretty epic. And by the way, did you see all that Wooloo Pokemon stuff going around on Twitter? Damn. And we were having a toilet paper shortage until this point. It was pretty crazy.
No, actually, I have no idea what you're referencing.
What happened with Wooloo?
Anyway,
Thanks so much for coming, everyone. Little Garden arc, pretty epic for anime standards, but not for One Piece standards. And it was enjoyable. Okay. It was
Definitely a fun time. We'll be back again next week. Stay
Okay.
safe out there, guys. Abundance of caution. Better to overreact than underreact. Thank you, Jack, his boy, for joining us. Check him
Thanks
out
for
on
having
YouTube.
me.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Knox and Briggs.
Anytime, boys.
And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang.
He shot me.
The Rant Cafe.
Wrong podcast, Knox.
Yo, Pokemon Red, thank you
No
for the
one-
1,000 bits. Ingrata, thank you for the subs. Thank you, everyone, for the support. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you. We'll do our best to keep you entertained while you're laying low.